Hey you guys, so my third video over here. My God, I'm so excited. It's my third video. I don't know why, but every time I film videos on this channel, I get so nervous. Tucker just came over he was like, it'll be okay, Dad, it'll be okay. But for some reason, I'm getting very, very nervous to film videos on this channel. I think because, you know, like when I always imagined being on YouTube, like years ago, I mean, I've watched YouTube now for, I don't know, 10 plus years. When I originally started watching YouTube, these were the videos that I thought that I was gonna make, you know, where I would sit around and just talk about silly stuff. I guess, I don't know, these were always the videos that I was like, okay, these are the ones that I wanna, yeah. Tucker's allergies are driving him crazy. But I thought these are the videos that I'll have a fun time making. And bless you. Bless you, buddy. You got sneezes from their allergies? And I always thought these would be the videos that I would make on my channel that would just, you know, show, I guess, just show my life and just capture who I am in life and things like that, you know? And lo and behold, I started a booktube channel, and then it ended up going to become a drama channel over time. I got hairs falling everywhere. And then, you know, I started a vlog channel, and then my Peterisms channel. It's just like one thing led to another, and then here we are, back at the beginning. So, I was sitting around, and I was thinking about, like, what videos I could do, right? Well, and I'm going to probably show this part on my review channel. I think it was like a year ago or so, I ordered this crate to hold some of my favorite records for my record player. If Tucker, I don't know if Tucker's going to let me do this video because he's literally, you want to come up here and show everybody? Come here. He's like, not really, I'll stand up there though. So I ordered this crate because I needed a new nickel. If I had $1 million. I've been having that song stuck in my head. But I needed a new needle for my record. Put a needle on the record player. But I needed a new... I've lost track. You guys think like this isn't me. Like this is really me when I lose track of my thoughts. And I'm very excited about this because of this bag that I have sitting right here. But I needed a new needle for my record player. Alex bought me a record player years ago. And I just stopped using it because the needle broke. So I got online to order a new needle, and then I bought this like wooden crate because when I was growing up, and then there's Boo Radley. Hello, Boo Radley. You guys do not want me to make this video, do you? They said, yes, Dad, we do. You want to help me make this video? Boo Radley said, I don't know, Dad. So when I was growing up as a kid, my mom used to take me to this record store in Broad Ripple, Indiana, which is where she went to high school. She was a Ripple Rocket, class of 61. I'm a Ripple Rocket, a mighty Ripple Rocket. And so there was this record store in Broad Ripple, and it was called Peach's Records. And all of the records were held in, like, authentic peach, what do you call it, containers. Like, that they would deliver, you know, peaches in, like the fruit peach, you know? Not like your butt, but like the fruit. To grocery stores and things like that. So they had them in this record store. And it was very, very cool. And I loved this record store. And so I found this wooden crate that looked identical to the Peach crates that they had at Peach's Records. And so I got it to sit right next to my record player, right? And it's still sitting. Now I moved it from the garage to the basement. So I'm gonna, at some point, I'm gonna build. It takes like 2 seconds to build, right? So today I was like, I've got to put that record needle, I've got to put the needle from the record player, I can't speak. See, I'm so nervous, I don't know why. On the record player, I've got to do it so that I can start making, you know, music. Just so I can start playing music around here. Because I love to light candles and I love to have music playing. And so I'm such a person that believes that we have soundtracks to our lives and that soundtrack changes over time. And so like whatever music I'm listening to right now, like for every moment of my life, there's always some kind of like, you know, like right now I'm really into kind of like soundtracks to album or to movies actually. Like the Body Heat soundtrack is one of my favorite soundtracks of life, and the To Kill a Mockingbird soundtrack is one of my favorite soundtracks of life. So I love to just listen to soundtracks like while I'm driving around or while I'm doing things around the house. So let's get into what some of my favorite albums are, and I have them all right here. Now I will tell you, I got so dusty in the basement because half of them were up here. Here they are. No, I don't want to do a thumbnail like that on this channel. I don't. I want the thumbnail to be, I don't know, just, you know, it just is whatever. Here, I should do that. That should be my thumbnail. Look at that. Here, we gotta, I'll just figure it out later. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. But anyway, So half these records are from upstairs, or the ones that I used to play when I did play records up here. The other half are from downstairs. I have about another 100 downstairs, and then I have all of my 45s from when I was growing up. So I thought I would go through some of those because I thought that would be fun. So I'm just going to go through these one by one and tell you guys what I think of them. So a lot of these are albums that were my mom's. Like, for example, the Free Will and Bob Dylan, which I know I have the cover in here somewhere, so I'm going to hold that out. And then Let It All Out by Nina Simone. So, well, first of all, I'm a huge Bob Dylan fan, but we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Nina Simone is one of my favorite jazz artists, blues artists of life. I actually wrote a jazz poem about her way back in the day. I took a class in college called jazz poetry. And I wrote a poem called Hush Now, Don't Explain, based on her song Don't Explain, which I think is actually on this album. Let's see if it is. Yep, here it is, number 4, side 1, Don't Explain. And another one of my favorites is Mood, Indigo. So I don't have the cover to that. I don't know where that cover is. And then the Judy Collins concert. Judy Collins, I was raised on Judy Collins. The song Both Sides Now, which I always thought was about ice cream castles, like castles made out of ice cream, because it says ice cream castles in the sky. I literally was like obsessed with that song when I was a kid, and I can remember listening to it when I was really, really young, like when my parents, I remember that song from when my parents were living in the very first apartment that we ever lived in Indianapolis, and I loved that song. So Judy Collins is one of my favorites to this day. I love all of her old stuff. The song The Blizzard, which is about a woman that is going up the mountain, and she gets trapped in a blizzard overnight, and she has kind of this one-night affair with this guy that she meets at a diner, like while they're drinking coffee, is probably one of my favorite songs of hers as well. Now the next one is actually an album that my dad passed down to me from his younger days, and that is, and I know I'm going to mispronounce this, but this is Carmen Burana. And this is the Michael Tilson Thomas conducts the Cleveland Orchestra. Now, this is supposedly considered to be one of the most seductive albums of life. My dad gave me this a couple years ago. But anyway, if you've never heard of it, it's supposed to be like one of the most seductive albums of life. And in fact, there was a movie called Excalibur back in the day. And they had this soundtrack, they had this playing this symphony in the, if you've never heard it, look it up online, and trust me, I think it's the main song, the Fortuna Imperatrix, I think is the one that's like, it like builds to a crescendo. When you hear it, trust me, you'll know, you'll be like, yeah, that's kind of a sexy song. Then I don't know where I got this, years and years and years ago I got this, but this is like 50s music, 50s and 60s music. Brazil's super hits, and it has just like Sergio Mendes from 65, and it has like all of these great people on here, and this just sounds like Brazil to me. And I've always had this fascination with going to like Rio de Janeiro, and I wanted to like rent a house and go there, and I loved the movie when I was growing up, Blame It on Rio. Did you guys see that movie with Michael Caine? And I loved that movie when I was in high school, and so this music sounds like a lot of this music sounds like the background soundtrack to that movie a lot. And then this is kind of sad to me a little bit, because this was one of my mom's all-time favorites, and that was Simon and Garfunkel. And this album, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme, is probably one of their best albums ever. My mom has her name on the back of it, and she's actually written on a lot of her albums. And yeah, I mean, all of the songs on here, obviously Scarborough Fair is one of my favorites, but I love Homeward Bound. Dangling Conversation is probably one of my all-time favorite Simon and Garfunkel songs. I also have to tell you that one of my favorite CDs, cassettes of life is Paul Simon Graceland. If you ask me what are my top 5 favorite albums of life, Graceland would probably be, I would say, number 1 or number 2. I mean, it's at the very, very top in there for me. Then the Endless Love soundtrack, oh my god, which has Luther Vandross and Diana Ross singing the hit Endless Love. My love, there's only you in my life. Do you guys, I used to sit on the floor and listen to these albums like I am right now, which is why I chose to sit on the floor for this. We would sit around and listen to these albums. I love this so much. So Endless Night, one just fell out. Let's see what this one is. Oh, it was the album, it's the soundtrack to Hair. And I don't know where the cover is, but I do remember at one point, because it was my mom's album when I was growing up. And did you ever see the musical Hair? They're all nude in it at one point, but it's so great. It's such a great soundtrack. My favorite song on here is the very last one. Hold on a second. No. Yeah, Let the Sun Shine In. And if you've never seen this, it's such a great... Well, you can rent the movie too, or watch the movie. The movie is fantastic too, the movie Hair. It's such a story of liberation, and I think people don't remember like why in the 60s people grew their hair out and why that was so important to them and things like that. And so this is the whole story behind why like the freedom, like your hair was like an outward sign of the freedom of your expression. And so I can remember watching that with my mom when I was like, I don't know, junior high or something, and she explained that to me. And I always loved this. And I have this is the original soundtrack to it. And somewhere in the basement because I had it framed, I put up on my wall at one point. So anyway, all right. It's just like these two, it looks like the playbill, the front of it. And then this is a Nashville Skyline, Bob Dylan. I have all of Bob Dylan's works, Empire Burlesque. I have all of this stuff. Okay. This album right here is synonymous to me now. If you've watched my other channels, you know that I got sober when I was 22 and a half. And I grew up with my mother being an active alcoholic. And we had so many great moments too. So don't want to like on this channel, like, you know, talk about that. But one of the things that I do remember is that I do remember my mom sitting, I grew up in the house that I grew up in, my parents built. We had this great library and every wall had bookshelves on it. And, there was like a built-in like stereo area, and she had this black chair, a chrome and leather chair with an ottoman, which I have upstairs in my bedroom. And then she had a spool table next to it, an old school spool table. And then she had speakers and all this kind of stuff, and she would hook her headphones into it with a huge, you know, hookup thing into the stereo. And she would sit there and she would drink and smoke one cigarette after another. And those were the nights that I knew to leave my mom alone, which is kind of sad in retrospect. But I think that we carry some of that over into our adulthood, remembering those memories. And I've taken a lot of that music that my mom listened to at that time, and I've tried to like understand why she related to it so much at that time, if that makes sense, and to really try to understand my mom better. And the album that she would listen to typically on repeat was Judith by Judy Collins. And it's probably one of my all-time favorite albums of life. It has on here The Moon is a Harsh Mistress, which is my all-time, well, besides Both Sides Now, which I actually, Both Sides Now, I love the, oh shoot, why can't I think of her name? Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell does a better version of Both Sides Now. And if you've ever seen the movie Love Actually, the version in that is the version, it's a live version from a concert that she did, which I have on SoundCloud. And that's the best version, the Joni Mitchell Both Sides Now. But anyway, you guys see, I like music more than people think I do. It's not just something I sing in videos. I really am like obsessed with music. But The Moon is a Harsh Mistress is probably one of my all-time favorite Judy Collins songs, if not at the top. Angel Spread Your Wings, Houses. I mean, all of these songs mean so much to me. The Lovin' of the Game is such a sad song. Sending the Clowns. I have to tell you, like, Sending the Clowns to me is not one of my favorite Judy Collins songs. Here, I'll explain it to you if you're a Grateful Dead fan, okay? Like, as a Grateful Dead super fan that used to, like, go to a lot of concerts and follow them back in the day, I love Uncle John's Band, but I feel like it's such a popular mainstay that, like, if somebody asked me, like, what's your favorite, like, you know, Grateful Dead song, I would never say Uncle John's Band. Do you know what I mean? I would never say Ripple, which is probably my favorite, and I would probably never say, you know, Broke Down Palace. I would never, like, I wouldn't say those songs, you know what I mean? Like, so anyway, Sending the Clowns is kind of like that to me, but I don't really like it. I think it's so depressing. I think Sending the Clowns is, like, the most depressing of all. Brother Can You Spare a Dime? I love that song. City of New Orleans is one of my favorites. Born to the Breed is another one of my favorites. So this album is so good. And then Colors of the Day by Judy Collins. This one is better for me. Okay, this is more of one of my, like, I like this better than that album because it has Someday Soon, Since You Asked, What I Give You Since You Asked, and then it has Both Sides Now, which, oh God, I wish it had the words on here. I don't have it on here because I'll get them wrong, but does it have Both Sides Now on this one? No. Dun 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 dun. There's like a line in that song that I feel like totally represents me as I've gotten older, and it says, friends shake their heads, they say I've changed. Nothing is the same. But I know lots. But I know, I can't remember the words now, but if you guys know the words, oh, where's my phone? I wish I had my phone, then I could look it up for you. Well, maybe I'll find it in one of these 500 albums that I have. But that song means so much to me today, because I feel like, I can make you guys sit here and wait for 10 minutes while I think of it. And ice cream castles in the air. That's probably the only one I can remember. Grace Jones. Okay, love her. Can we just not? La Vie en Rose. Okay, La Vie en Rose and I've Seen That Face Before are both in the movie. What's Frantic with George Harrison? Not George Harrison. Harrison Ford and, wait, we're going to talk about George Harrison. Harrison Ford and, God, I got that stupid Both Sides Now song stuck in my head now. Harrison Ford, and I can't think of the girl's name in it. But anyway, it's such a great movie. If you've never heard Pull Up to the Bumper, Baby, my brand new limousine. I love Grace Jones. I love everything she stands for. She's fantastic. Stevie Nicks, what I just realized while I was downstairs is that I have 2 versions of this album. I mean, not 2 versions. I have 2 of these. Okay, so let's get Urban Cowboy. Oh my God, can we just talk about, I used to be obsessed with this movie when I was growing up. And I was really obsessed with this. I have a picture of her on here. Oh, here she is. This one right here. Now, I'm a huge Deborah Winger fan, and I love Terms of Endearment. But when I was growing up, I was obsessed with the girl that had the long hair in it. Do you remember? Oh my God. Okay. Then Henry Mancini, Breakfast at Tiffany's. I can't show you the top of it, but I love this album so much. It's so good. And then you can see right underneath that I have Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. Why wouldn't you? I don't know what my oh, look at Stevie on the back of it. She looks so great. Look at her. And look, Christine McVie, bitter. She's looking the other way. I love Stevie so much. Okay, what's my favorite songs on here? Secondhand News, I love. Dreams, Don't Stop, Go Your Own Way. Go Your Own Way. Songbird, such a great song. Oh my God. Oh my God, Gold Dust Woman. The last song on the Rumors album is Gold Dust Woman. Did you guys know that? Then I have An Evening with Diana Ross. Okay, here it is. And it is all of her best, because I am a huge Diana Ross fan. And my favorite song of hers, let me see what my favorite song is. I don't know what my favorite song is of hers. Oh, this goes way back to when she was in the Supremes, like, hey, Mr. Postman. Hey, 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 Mr. Postman. Stop. In the name of love. No, but what's my favorite song? It's probably something from Mahogany. Anyway, okay, and then Steve Miller Band, of course. Look how water damaged this is. So sad about that. John Denver and the Muppets Christmas album. I mean, come on, I love this. And the best song on here is the one about Alfie the Christmas tree. But I will tell you, Christmas Eve, the Silent Night version on here is so sweet and fantastic. Alfie the Christmas Tree, Carol for a Christmas Tree. It's such a great song. Look at this. And it has all the things inside, see? Okay, no, don't need that one. I don't know why I brought that one down here. It's not one of my favorites. But Donna Summer, talking about the bad girls. Hot stuff, baby, this evening. So I used to put this on in our library, crank open the windows, okay? Put the stereo speakers in the window, and then we would roller skate, my good Judy next door and I, Jesse, we would roller skate in our courtyard and in our driveway to Donna Summer. Look at her, she was fantastic. Look at her in the back here. I loved her so much. Bad Girls Love Will Always Find You, Walk Away. Journey to the Center of Your Heart, One Night. This is a 4 CD, this is a 4 album thing. They Will Always, All Through the Night. I think my favorite song of hers is Last Dance, I think. And then, this was a pass me down from my mother, but it is the Beatles. This album is called something, and I can't remember what it's called, but I think they called it the White Album back in the day. But this is the version that has the Red Album, and it came with 4 pictures and a poster of John Lennon, and I have all of that down in the basement, but I can only find 2 pictures because I was going to show it. So this has all the great songs on here, all the greats. And then the soundtrack to the Muppet movie, love it so much. The Birds, that has Mr. Tambourine Man on it, love the Birds. Okay. Seriously, do you have 2 albums of Stevie Nicks, Belladonna? I don't think so. I was like, are they different? They're not different. Oh my God, she said on here, And once again, this music is dedicated to my grandfather and all of his children. How did I never know that? Look how dusty this is. Can we just talk about that? She's going back in the basement. And then Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Band by the Beatles. Maybe I'll use that as a thumbnail. And then Simon and Garfunkel, like a bridge over troubled water. Love it. Hello, Sail, Sail, $7.99. Prince, Purple Rain. Purple rain, purple rain. My favorite song in here though is The Beautiful People. I'm almost positive it's on here, isn't it? Yeah, here it is, Beautiful People. And the beautiful ones, the beautiful ones, the beautiful ones, the beautiful people, I think, is the Lana Del Rey and Stevie Nicks song that came out then. I was actually just talking about this song in one of my videos on my other channel the other day, and that is You're So Vain, I Bet You Think This. And you know what's so funny was I said to this day we don't know who that song is about, and like 5 people in the comment section were like, yes we do, it's about so-and-so, and every person said somebody different. I do love Carly Simon though, she's just so cool, isn't she? Now, people often ask me, like, what are some of my favorite movies? Most people know To Kill a Mockingbird is my favorite movie of life, right? But easily in my top 3 is this movie, and it is called Into the Night, and it is with Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Pfeiffer. And this is the soundtrack, okay, which is mostly with B.B. King. And I love this soundtrack so much. It is so fantastic. If you've never seen this movie, it's about this guy, and his wife is having an affair on him. He lives in Los Angeles, and he's bored. And so his friend, who is John Belushi. Jim Belushi, which one's the one that passed away? Jim Belushi. John Belushi passed away. It's Jim Belushi tells him to go to the airport and go to Vegas and go gambling and to get a prostitute. And so he goes, like, thinking he's going to do that. And she gets off a plane coming in from the Shah of Iran has just fallen, and she has 6 perfect emeralds, and she's trying to keep them, and they're like, people are trying to get them for the money. It's so good, you guys, and it's cameos from all kinds of people. Okay, this song, literally, from this album, was my theme song when I was in high school. And that is At 17 by Janice Ian. If you've never heard this song, it is like literally, like it's the teen angst song of like the early 70s. And it's like, at 17, no beauty queen. Does it have the words on the back here? I bet it doesn't. I just read Darlene's poem on my other channel. Oh, it does have the songs on here. The words. Where's it at? I learned the truth at 17, that love was meant for beauty queens and booty queens. Such a sad song. In high school, girls with clear skin smiles who married young and then retired. Play the game and when we dare to cheat ourselves at solitaire, inventing lovers on the phone, repenting other lives unknown. Love her so much. Anyway, if you've never listened to that album, you should totally listen to it. It's so fantastic. That was another pass down from my mother. And then here is the Free Will and Bob Dylan. And where did I put the album? Ugh. Okay, so you guys want to hear a funny story? So I got on, here it is. I got online and I looked up when I found all these albums of my mother's that I had before, like what were the most valuable record albums like in the world, and the Free Will and Bob Dylan is actually one of them. Okay, it's like in the top 10, but it's one that was like a first edition that was made that has some song on it that is not on this album. But I will tell you, Blowin' in the Wind is one of my mom's favorite songs. Girl from the North Country is probably one of my mom's all-time favorite songs. Hard Rain is Gonna Fall, Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. What's another one? Yeah, this is such a great album on here. Look, my mom had these up. Did you see down in the basement? She has like the tack on it where you can do it. Ricky Lee Jones, doing a little something that I can't show you in here, but I love Ricky Lee Jones. And then the last one, I grew up, and this was a pass-me-down from my father, and this is one of my dad's all-time favorites, and that is Willie Nelson. I grew up on Willie Nelson. I'm a huge Willie Nelson music fan. This album has so many great songs on it. my dad and I, we used to drive around and we would listen to Willie Nelson and Waylon Jennings, Poncho and Lefty. And my dad would always be like, you're Poncho, I'm Lefty. And we would like chew, or we would eat, what do you call it? Like those long pretzel sticks and drink root beer, which my dad calls root beer because he's from northern Indiana. And then we would eat beef jerky and stuff, and it was so fantastic. And those were just like great memories that I had with my dad when I was a kid. I can remember when we moved in from the apartment that we first had into our house that I grew up in, and my dad said that we were Big Jim and Little Jim, and I remember that was kind of like the start of all of that. But anyway, through the years we always did that. I wish I could remember the words from if I sat here long enough, I probably could, from Both Sides Now, but they shake their heads, they say I've changed, but nothing. Anyway, I'll put the link in it below if you want to go see it, go check it out. And I could stop it and come back, but I don't want to do that. This was just such a great, like, oh my God, I didn't even do my 45s. I have to do some of my 45s. This video is so long already. Okay, we'll just do like a short, quick dive, because these are all mine. None of these were my mom's or anybody else's. You guys literally, look how dusty these are. Okay, now some of these might have just been songs I bought for like the moment, you know? San Francisco, oh, Scott McKenzie, I love that old hippie song. Oh, I can't believe I used to sing this song by Musical Youth, you guys, when I was like a little kid. Pass the choo-choo from the left-hand side. Do you guys remember that song? Oh my God, if my mom even knew. Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams. I have a 45 of Sweet Dreams. Okay, let's see what this is. Supertramp. I don't know what this song is. I can't remember what that song is. Barbara Streisand, I had a 45 of how depressing I was as a kid. Oh, The Way We Were! I have a 45 of that because my mom and I love that movie so much. Okay, Cyndi Lauper. Girls just want to have fun. This one got a lot of play in my house. Okay, let's see. Simply Red, Holding Back the Tears. Holding Back the Years? I don't know. What is it? I can't see. Hold on. Years. Daryl Hall and John Oates. Private Eyes. Okay, I did some Disney World one. Carly Simon. Jessie. And I have Jessie's Girl in here somewhere because I was obsessed with that. Steve Miller Band, Baby Wanna Dance. Oh no, Abracadabra. I love that song. Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac. Friends and Lovers by Carl Anderson and Gloria Loring. Do you guys remember that song? Oh my God. Okay. Oh! I love this. The Go-Go's. Vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation now. Oh! Sheena Easton. Oh my God. This cost me $1.44. And Modern Girl was the song. Do you guys remember this song? I don't. I really don't remember it at all. Summer's Over was the B-side of that. That was a waste of $1.44. Steve Winwood, Higher Love. We should just pick the ones that have like the things on them. Time After Time, Cyndi Lauper. Styx, Don't Let It End. Oh my God. Eddie Grant. Electric Avenue. Loved that song. Billy Joel. My Life. I can't believe some of these songs I had as a kid. Culture Club. Do you really wanna hurt me? No. Kenny Rogers. Some book that I haven't, I don't know. Laura Branigan. I used to love her, but what was the song? Gloria, she sang. That wasn't the one. Lionel Richie, All Night Long. Morning Train. My baby takes the morning train. He works from... All right, you guys, I'm going to get off here. Let's pick one last one. One really good one of my 45s. Oh my God, these are so dusty and so dirty. What is this? I think we'll end right here on Anne Murray, Could I Have This Dance? Anyway, or we could end on my Sunday school one, which right here is for use with people of his pasture. Jesus loves me, this I know. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. And then I went home and I listened to, let me pick a good one. Patty Austin, Baby Come to Me. Anyway. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you then. Bye.